Hey there and happy Tuesday. So I was trying to go live before my blinds caught the sun and gave me all those lines like I did last week. And then I realized, well, we changed time, so maybe I'll be good. But I do see like I've got sunshine, but who's going to complain about sunshine? The weather here's been beautiful. And I hope that you guys are enjoying getting out and that. I had to do some more errands this afternoon. It was just so fun to just run errands and think, okay, it's beginning of March and it's just so gorgeous. Just a great day to do that. So just checking to see my iPad is caught up. I'm going to give you some inspiration and show off that new online exclusive collection called Latte Love. And so I know I talked to you guys previously about this because I am not a coffee drinker, and it just doesn't taste good to me. And so probably something that makes it different than anybody else. Everybody loves their coffee. I just have never acquired that taste yet, and I don't know if I ever will. My husband doesn't either, so I guess we're tied with that same taste bud, so that's okay too, so that nobody is struggling with that versus the other or something. But I'm excited about the products and want to show you those. So let me get my iPad set down. Hi there, Julie. And get my camera turned around for you so that I can show you this card here and how to make it. And also for those of you that sometimes struggle with things that are in the online exclusives, this will help you also to see what is part of that. Okay, so let me show you this. So I think every collection starts with a good bundle, and bundles are always 10% off. So here we've got Latte Love. So some nice sentiments. Hello there, let's catch up, which goes so well with coffee. Like people love to catch up over coffee. And then thanks so much. This one's on me, which would be fun if you were making like a little gift card. My niece loves Starbucks, and so that would have been fun to make her like a gift card holder with that for her recent birthday, but that was before this came out. Today I'm going to use You're the Best Part of My Day, and then we've got insides for the coffee mugs, and then we've got some nice splatters, coffee beans, and then the fun little steam coming out of there as well. The single coffee bean and spoon, and yeah, everything there. So that's the stamp set, and then the dies here are super fun too. And I watched the video, so I posted a video for you guys to see, and a lot of these dies also cut out the fun designer series paper. So today's card has like the mug here, and I went ahead and cut out a couple of those ahead of time, but you can see that this die not only cuts out like the stamp that I'm going to stamp from the stamp set, but also from the paper and such. And then some of these papers, so now I'm digressing already. Might as well just show you the design. So here's the design that we're working with today. That's why I only have strips left. And this is a fun one too on the back side. And I think everybody went, oh yeah, that is fun. And then we've got, like I said, these that can be die cut with the coordinating dies. And then some of the coffee stains on the back there. And now these beans can be cut out with the die set also. And then this is just kind of a fun, homey, warm looking pattern, kind of like a little plaid pattern. And how cute are these? These can be hand cut, so they're not dies for this, but they can be cut out. And then if you watch the video, these little these little coffee beans can be cut with the dies. And then here, if you look really close, tiny little coffee mugs and the spoons and the beans too. And then I love this. I love the color of this, just a deep, rich, it almost looks more like hot cocoa, which you could easily go with that instead. And then I love stripes, so I love the warmth of this too. I love the color combination. Yes, and then this is, yeah, the back side of that one sheet that we were using here today. And this is just a fun swirl too, as well as some more coffee beans. So you could just like cut out circles for the inside of a mug to have this be like the filler for your mug too. So I like that. Let me set that aside here. Oops, make sure that my stamps aren't stuck or anything else, because that would be sad. So I wanted to show you that I am going to be using the mug die here, and then we've got the other type of, like that's the coffee cup, the mug here, and then this can be for the insides, and then you have the different types of like coffee pot, French press, and then some extra mugs and the spoon, and like I said, all those little pieces to cut out the different coffee beans and such. So it is a super cute, very versatile bundle that I'm excited about. So I'm just going to put that aside for now here, and once again show you today's card. And this is a card that I did recently at a class. So I have everything kind of set aside, pre-cut, so it should go together pretty quickly for you because of that. And the color combination, it's always so great to just take the back side of the designer series paper here, and the DSP is called a Little Latte 12 by 12 designer series paper, and the coordinating colors are Calypso Coral, so that's going to be our card base here. And then Early Espresso, so I'm using some of that ink, Lemon Lolly, which is the yellow, and I'm not using that one today, but it's kind of fun to see that being brought in on some of the mugs. And I like that new lemon color. Lost Lagoon, so that's going to be featured here on one of the mugs that I've cut out ahead of time. And then Pecan Pie, I'm using that in the ink and the blend. And then the Petal Pink is just a little bit of a lighter pink color too. So that's our color combination that we're going with today, and featuring just basically Pecan Pie as our highlight and the Calypso Coral. So let me start today with my card base, opening this way, and I'm just going to kind of set that aside. And then I have taken this, and this was cute. I love it when people have those aha moments, and sometimes they're simpler than others. And the person said, now, do I put my piece of paper like this or like this? And I wasn't laughing at her because I kind of did the same thing as I was cutting it to get the projects ready for the class. I had to look like, oh, the hearts, oh, some of them are upside down. Then I went, yeah, some of those are upside down. So every other row is upside down or right side up. And so, yeah, so she wasn't off because I did look at it myself before I made my card to make sure that my card was going to be set up the right way. And I've cut this piece 3.75 by 5, and that's going to be layered on top of a piece of pecan pie that is cut 4 by 5 1/4. So I'm just going to go ahead and attach, and this is where everybody flips that over and go, oh, that's so fun, I like that. And yeah, so you always have to like pick and choose, and sometimes at classes people will use the back side of the DSP. I'm just going to put it this way here. Okay, and then other pieces that are part of this collection is, I'm going to bring out this, the natural polka dot trim. I always want to make sure that I have the right name to it. So how cute is this? So it's got like a burlappy thick feel to it with white polka dots on there. And what I'm going to do is just take and just extend it past on both sides, this length of that here, and with my ribbon cutting scissors, just cut that down. And then on the back side, I'm going to take my adhesive here and just put a couple strips so you can hopefully catch that. I was trying to move it around a little bit so that the light catches that reflection. And then I just take this and press it down in there, and then bring it down flat. And sometimes, like with the burlap, this is pretty thick. And so I like to give it a nice crease. Otherwise, it kind of wants to just pop up on its own. So if I give it a nice crease as it goes over the edge, I feel like it just sticks a lot better into that adhesive there. And then what I'm going to do is come right over with my dimensionals here and put a dimensional, so it's kind of holding down that ribbon there, but also in the corner. Because what happens is when we have a thicker ribbon and we put that around the edge, and if we go to put this on our card front, what happens is with the thickness, it wants to kind of pop up around the corners. But if we on purpose add some dimensionals, that will pop it up and give that ribbon some room to just lay there naturally, and so that kind of a win-win there. So let me just finish this by putting one in the middle and making sure that all the tops The dimensionals are off there, and then I'm ready to put that on my card base here. Just make sure that that's even. Okay, so now we've got that as our nice base here. And next, oh, wait a minute. Nope, I've got more ribbon as I was going to fold this up and put it aside. This is from the annual catalog, so it's been around for a while, and this is called Silver threaded twine, and this also is just a little bit of a thicker, it's not like your baker's twine or anything like that, so it's got a thickness that kind of pairs well with this. So I'm just going to slide this around the top here and just take a loose knot kind of, and just tie that onto the top of that, and then just cut off there. So now we've kind of added a little bit of texture, or more texture here, and added a little bit of silver, which you don't really see. And to make that the same, I'm just going to cut off a little bit there. So that, like I said, is found in the annual catalog. So I just added a little bit there. And then what I'm going to do is just grab some basic white. Let's get these scissors out of the way. They're kind of noisy there with that little accessory on there. Okay, so I'm just going to get some basic white here, and now we're going to do our stamping. So the images that I've chosen from the Latte Love stamp set are these three, and I'm going to start with the Early Espresso ink pad here. I'm just going to ink up that coffee cup onto here like that. And then I think I'm just going to keep stamping. So I'm going to next use my pecan pie. That's a nice lighter color. And that's going to be just kind of our little float that can be the bottom of the coffee cup, like what's left, or it can just be kind of some texture that's within the coffee. And then I'm going to go back to that Early Espresso here and ink up, make sure it's not upside down. And this one says, "You're the best part of my day." So having that one be Early Espresso, it just goes right over top the pecan pie, and it's very easy to still read that. So that's good. All right, you guys are kind of quiet today. No questions, but that's okay. And sometimes my iPad, like when I get done, I will go and look on the computer, and there'll be comments or something, or hellos, and I don't see it. So, oh yeah, so I've got Julie and Donna and Marilyn and Fran watching, so that's good. So then I'm going to take this die, and like I said, this is the die that also cuts out those mugs. So I've cut a couple of those ahead of time, but I love how it just coordinates not only with the paper, but it works to make as many of these cups as you want, because we've got stamps for it. That's just going to go through like so. There, we've got that. And that's the only die cutting then, because that's done. And then what I'm going to do is just take with my pecan pie, the light color and the bullet tip here, and no blending. I'm just going to take and go around the edge. And it's interesting because these are the other two mugs that are quite colorful. And I just thought, you know, I want one with our sentiment to kind of stick out, but not be so white and blah that it doesn't look like it coordinates at all. And so I was a little afraid of even making one that was just stamped instead of from the paper, because I thought it would just not have enough color to it. But I loved how this turned out. Kind of one of those pleasant surprises. I hope you guys have those when you don't always believe in what you're creating, and then it does come together. But it just was kind of the perfect amount of color and not color to have it stand out and have the sentiment stand out too. So by just doing this around the edge here, and then that little handle there, that is it. So it just comes together really quick that way. So let's bring over the card front here, and I'm just going to grab some more dimensionals, and I'm going to put about 3 on each mug. Oops, I like to stick to each other here. And I'm going to avoid the handle because the handle's kind of going over that thick ribbon that we've got. All right, so I've got, I'm gonna do the focal point with the sentiment first, and I'm just going to lay that on top here. And then the nice part about that is it kind of just holds down that ribbon. So we've got that little handle there of the mug, and that holds down the ribbon. And then I'm just going to take the next one here, and then this is going to go down here. How fun is that swirl with the heart in it there? And I'm going to go with this one, and this one's just I'm gonna have that handle up for a little bit of an angle. And I just love how the artist has colored these on the designer series paper, because it just makes it look instantly like 3D. And then for the outside for embellishments, good news, they're super cute. These little swirls, everybody must think they're super cute. These are the adhesive back swirl dots. The bad news, they are sold out already for a while. So I think they are not going to be back until April sometime, but I want to let you know that. And I kind of want to hold these up. I don't know if you can see. They really are fun. They almost look like when you go to like a specialty chocolate shop, like these white ones kind of look like the truffles that have been dipped, and then they take that chocolate and just kind of go over it. And I don't want to move them too fast, because then you kind of lose that effect too. So all of them have like a darker mark on there. And so the ones that I'm choosing to use are kind of more on the pink end, because that's going to coordinate with our card base today. And so I'm going to find, because there's a lot of busy stuff going on, I'm going to find a section that doesn't have as much designer series paper going on. So I'm kind of trying to find like that blank or white spot to have that hang out. And so I'll just add those 3 little embellishments onto there. And then for the inside, I decided to do something a little different. And I'm taking the basic 4x5 1/4 to put on the inside of my card. And as I'm putting my tape down, I'm like, okay, too late for that, or I could grab a new one, but I just have to make sure that I am going to stamp very, very good and behave myself. So I'm pulling over the pecan pie, and I'm just going to do a couple overlapping little coffee stains or spot. I suppose that's the joy of not liking coffee or drinking coffee. I don't have those coffee stains or rings on anything around the house, maybe. Okay, and now we all know, if you're wondering, like, what is she doing there? We all know when we use designer series paper, I'm going to grab a chunk here, that as I go after all these cute complete cups, there's always some that are kind of close to the edge, hanging off, that we really don't know what to do. So I thought, well, it would be fun to just, and I could take my die and go after it this way, but sometimes when it's just a little section, it's almost easier to fussy cut and do that by hand with the scissor than the die, because sometimes not having the whole cup on there kind of throws off my angling, because that's not going to match up with anything. And that's just me. But yeah, it's not that hard to do the dies on the partial pieces either. And then this, I want to be flat, because I just want that to be in the inside. And I'm just going to kind of have that hanging out here in the corner of the inside of the card there for a fun look that way. So just kind of continues on that theme from the beginning on to the inside there for you guys. So I have been busy packing today, so thanks for bearing with me, as I hope I don't seem rushed with my video today, but usually I save my packing, like it would be like normal for me to almost wake up, but not sleep all night because I haven't packed yet, wake up early in the morning and then go after it really crazy. But today I went, you know what, I am going to pack first and then do my video and kind of rearrange my chore list so that I am packed, so that I get a good night's rest tonight, because tomorrow I I fly out to Houston. So if you follow other demonstrators, we're all pretty crazy excited about going to On Stage in Houston. Thanks, Pam. Yeah, I'm excited. And there we will be the first to see the new upcoming annual catalog. So that's what makes this whole trip exciting, is to be able to gain that knowledge for you guys and bring that back home. And if there's all sorts of new things that we can get to know first and learn about, that's always fun as well too. So I have one of my teammates that are going to be traveling with me as we fly and such, and staying with me. Thanks, Sherry. So hopefully I'll be posting different things as we're down there. I can't show you things that are inside the catalog or anything, you know, to do with the inside the catalog. We can show you the outside cover or different things that we might get as a prize patrol or something like that. But otherwise, everything kind of stays top secret while we're down there. But it will be a fun time. I'm already excited about it. And the weather's supposed to be like 80 degrees, which sometimes that would be even more exciting. But I'm pretty excited about that too. So take care. If you need me, feel free to reach out to me, because I will have time to check in here and there, but just not as much as usual. So I will be doing my next live when I return sometime next week. So take care. See you later. Bye-bye.